Good day mates. I am Arjun B. Manlangit and I will be reporting file carving and file structure. So file carving. File carving, working with computers, a user learns how to save a file, how to modify the file, and most certainly how to delete a file. For the layperson, pressing the delete key gives assurance that the file is already destroyed and recoverable. Hitting the delete key does not destroy the file. The delete key merely tells the computer that part of the disk drive occupied by a file is unlocated and can be written by a new file that was saved by the user. As pointed by the Samsung's 2014, the deleted data will remain in the hard drive until another file is written over it. However, this can take quite some time, especially with a big drive. Even if years have passed, as long as the deleted file is not overwritten, will remain forever in the disk, and therefore recoverable using a forensic tool. As further stressed by Nelson 2010, when a file is deleted in Windows Explorer or with the MS-DOS delete command, the OS inserts HEXE5, which mainly hex editing programs reflect as the lowercase Greek letter sigma in the file name's first letter position in the FAT database. The sigma symbol tells the OS that the file is no longer available and new file can be written the same cluster location. The data in the file remains on the disk drive. The area of the disk where the deleted file resides become unlocated disk space, also called free disk space. The unlocated disk space is now available to receive new data from newly created files or other files needing more space as they grow. So file carving also is the process of searching for a certain file signature in a hard drive and attempting to extract the associated data without regard for the file system. So in 2014, Carbone stated that file carving is done by identifying the file headers and footers in mainly unlocated clusters. So, next topic is file structure. To be able to understand file carving, one must be familiar with file structure. As stated by Cabrested on 2018, to be able to recover and understand files, you need to know a little bit about how files are commonly structured. You should know that a file does not need to follow a certain structure, so what you read here is not always the case. The common structure of a file is that it begins with a header containing metadata and then comes the actual data and finally a trailer. So, the metadata commonly contains what is called. So that's all for my topic. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I am Gerson B. Libot. Digital device to be analyzed. There are 6 digital devices to be analyzed. First, desktops and laptops. User desktops and laptops are physical computers that are used for day-to-day business. They are typically located at a user's desk or work area. The system usually contains one or more hard drives that contain the operating system applications and associated data. Second, servers. Server systems typically provide core business or infrastructure services. They are usually found in data centers, server rooms, or communications closets. Server systems may physically look like a user desktops or laptop but are more commonly rack mount devices. Third, mobile devices. Mobile devices are typically small, handheld network computers. They include cell phones, personal digital assistants or PDA, tablets, and wearable computers. Number 4. Cloud services. In this context, a cloud service is an off-site third-party service that provides hosted applications or data storage for an organization. The cloud has three basic services labels by Nelson 2019. Number 1 is AAS or Software as a Service SaaS. With this cloud service label, typically a web hosting service provides applications for subscribers to use. Third B, PaaS or Platform as a Service PaaS. A cloud is a service that provides a platform in the cloud that has only on OS. The computer can use the platform to load their own applications and data. Letter C. IaaS. Infrastructure as a Service. With this cloud service level, an organization supplies its own OS, applications, databases, and operation staff, and the cloud provider is responsible only for selling or leasing the hardware. Number 5. Flash drives and novelty flash drives. Another category of device which can pose problem in that of portable storage. Typically, they are lumped together under the catch-all terms thumb drives or USB sticks because the earliest and most common versions of these USB devices were about the same size and shape as a thumb drive. Number 6. Secondary storage. There are various storage devices. For example, hard disks, USB drives, SD cards, solid state drives or SSD, floppy disks, tapes, CD-ROM, DVD, and hard disk is the commonly used one. How computers save and delete files. As mentioned by Nelson 2010, digital forensic investigators should be familiar with these drives and how data is organized on a disk so that you can find data effectively. Computer data are saved in permanent storage. For simplicity, unless otherwise specified, we will use this to refer to hard disk. Since hard disk is all storage device we are focusing on in the book. A disk consists of platters. Each platter has two magnetic surfaces where data is stored. That's all, ma'am. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I am Elmer Gelo Magalona, Base Cream Section Bravo. And today I will report about the live forensic and the dead box forensic under the chapter 6. In the previous chapter, we learned how to preserve and collect digital evidences from RAM and other digital devices. And the next step in digital investigation is what we call what to look for and where to find. So it means that what to look for means unsa atong gipangita o asa po na to makitaan. And asa makitaan ang digital information. According ni Ottinger, mo stressed by Ottinger 2022. And he added that being a digital forensic examiner requires you to have plan to conduct the investigation. So, ikaw kung digital investigator ka, dapat na kay mga plano on how to unsaon pagpadagan sa investigasyon. In some investigation, the judicial authority may restrict the investigator's access to digital evidence to only email, messages, or may be limited to specific date and time in the forensic image. So, ang mga judicial authority, marami mga nagkantang mga judicial authority, mga umutan about justice. Hindi na tanan nihatag sa investigator nga access para i-restrict nila, di nila mo nga sayon nga makuha tungkol kaya may information pud nga di na angay appeal kay basin pud siguro ilang pagkuan is maabusaran na pud ang pagkuha mga important information kung dili na angay dili na pud labot sa maong crime. As mentioned before, the advent of the Internet of Things had made people very reliant with digital devices as stressed by Willie. So, ang ingon ni according to Willie to 2019 nga ang mga tao kuno ka reliant na sa digital devices. Murag dili na mabuhi sa digital devices. Di na mawaway og cellphone, di na mamuhay og mga appliances. The analysis of the drive can be achieved in two ways. According to Clark, there are two ways to achieve the pag-achieve ang drive. Una, ang live box forensic. Ang kaduha is ang dead box forensic. Traditionally, the forensic procedure has focused upon dead box analysis. Meaning sa dead box analysis is analyzing the forensic image from trusted forensic system. The data on the image ever change and integrity of data is thereof simpler to maintain. So ang live forensic kuno ang ilahan ni gikandak with word live mga running system, for example online siguro. For example online corollary there are times when it not been feasible to take system offline for perform dead box forensics. In the case of large e-commerce site such as eBay, where any downtime is calculated in $1 million, when critical infrastructure is factor, or when a system must be maintained online, the ability to capture image and analysis system while in live can be of immense value. The only option is live forensic. So kung na kuno yung mga kaso parehaning mga ang eBay o unsa pa man nga magamit nga online nga is calculated to transaction para mga Shopee. So, ang ikinahanglan ko nung gagamiton ani is ang live forensic, which means that be maintained online. Di ba nimo basta-basta ma-shutdown ang isa ka dako nga company para lang kay naka-investigate tungod kay there are millions of niskutan to og mga transactions, there are millions of transactions na nagmapiktuhan kung samot na kayong business. So ang magamit ani nga pamagi is ang very useful nga way is ang live forensic according to Reyes and Wells 2007. Within dead box analysis, digital forensic analysis can be interpret a specific file system and subsequent recreate the file system for you. To achieve this, the forensic digital analysis must understand the exact nature of the file system, from the location and operation of the file system to interpreting the file record metadata. Forensic analysis is easier now because of the availability of forensic tool applications that several years ago, prior to these forensic tools being available, the forensic examiner would have difficulty in establishing file pathways to understand the structure of the file system without performing a live analysis. Would the host OS will interpret. So, ikasabot sila within the dead box analysis daw and forensic analysis ang dead box in digital forensic can interpret kung maka kuan siya og isa ka specific nga file. Ang mao na isang importante with the dead box kay dili man niya kailangan magsige online para makakuha sa mga data para makuha nimo ang mga important details sa isa ka investigation ay isa ka investigator. So ang isa pud karon kuno nga isa pud karon nga nakapasayon is ang mga bag-o nga tools, mga devices nga gigamit sa mga investigator, mga forensic investigators to make it easier for them para magpasayon ang ilahang pagkandak sa maong investigasyon.
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Jericho Madonero from Section Bravo. My topic is all about digital investigative analysis. Digital forensic, sometimes known as digital forensic science, is a branch of forensic science encompassing the recovery, investigation, examination, and analysis of materials found in digital device, often in relation to mobile device and computer crime. Digital forensics is important because it is also used to recover stolen or lost data. Damage analysis is a part of the process in the world wherein internet provides a cloak of anonymity. Digital forensics helps stop online harassment are found. All law enforcement agencies now have a cyber cell to deal with this crime. These are the example of uses of digital forensic: intellectual property thief, industrial espionage, employment disposed, found investigation, inappropriate use to internet and email in the workplace, forgeries related matters, bankruptcy investigation, issue concern with the regulatory compliance. And that's all my topic, ma'am. Thank you.
My name is Jean Maria. My topic is all about physical or logical extraction. Data extraction, according to Nelson 2018, is the process of pulling relevant data from an image and recovering or reconstructing data fragments. One of the 5 required functions of computer forensic tools, while according to Holtz 2010, data recovery or extraction refers to the process of salvaging digital information. In general, there are 2 types of extraction. First, physical, and second, logical. Next. The physical extraction phase identifies and recovers data across the entire physical drive, regardless of the file system present on the drive. As mentioned previously, file systems are the way in which data is stored and retrieved on a computer drive, and each piece of data is called a file. The file system dictates how the computer manages and keep track of the name and location of every file on a computer. Excuse me. Logical extraction refers to the process of identifying and recovering data based on the file system present on the computer hard drive. Timestamps analysis. In the forensics analysis, it is necessary to explain the history of the file in computer, like the creation date, modify date, and access dates. Determining these dates would provide insight on the guilt of the suspect. All files created on an NTFS file system get timestamps, and the timestamps can tell you a fair bit about what happened to a file. The timestamps present on a file on an NTFS file system are the following: Restad 2018. First, modified, indicating when the file was last modified. Second, accessed, indicating when the file was last read, like for example when the file is deleted. However, there are too many variables to consider regarding access timestamp, like if the antivirus scan the file, it would trip the access date. Third, created, indicating when the file was created in the system. The creation date will not change whether you're open, close, modifying, and saving the file. Fourth, entry modified time, MFT, indicating when the file metadata was last modified, meaning if the file size changed, the file name was changed, then the MFT entry modified record will change. Covrestad further explained that reading the timestamp will give you a good indication of when a file was created, last accessed, and modified. However, you should know that the created timestamp gets updated at every occurrence that the file is created. Created in this context includes when it is moved to a computer, when it is originally created, and if it is cut and paste. All of those actions will also update the access record. However, the modified record seems to accurately describe when the file was last modified, meaning that the data in it changed. The relation of the created and modified timestamp has been of importance in several cases. Consider a case where a file that is of importance has been found on the suspect computer. The suspect may claim that he downloaded the file from the internet and never used it again. However, the created timestamp shows that it was created on the computer in November 2017, for example, and modified timestamp says that it was modified in April 2018. This would falsify the suspect's statement, since he modified timestamp will prove that the file was modified after it was created on the computer. Coversted 2018. That's all.
Good afternoon, ma'am. So here's my report about what is a magnetic hard drive and its uses. Magnetic storage or magnetic recording is the storage of data on a magnetized medium. Magnetic storage uses different patterns of magnetization in a magnetizable material to store data and is a form of non-volatile memory. The information is accessed using one or more read-write heads. Magnetic storage media, primarily hard disk, are widely used to store computer data as well as audio and video signals. So, ang magnetic storage media, hard disk na siya, then gamito na siya sa pag-store sa computer data, sa mga audio o video signals. In the field of computing, the term magnetic storage is preferred, and in the field of audio and video production, the term magnetic recording is more commonly used. The distinction is less technical and more a matter of preference. Other examples of magnetic storage media include floppy disks. So mani isang mga included nga mga example sa magnetic storage media: floppy disk, magnetic tape, and magnetic stripes on credit cards. So next is, what is digital forensic analysis? So digital forensics, or sometimes known as digital forensic science, is a branch of forensic science encompassing the recovery, investigation, examination and analysis of material found in digital devices, often in relation to mobile devices and computer crime. So the term digital forensics was originally used as a synonym for computer forensics but has expanded to cover investigation of all devices capable of storing digital data. With roots in the personal computing revolution on the late 1970. So 1970 pa na siya na na-discover. And early 1980s, the discipline involved in a haphazard manner during the 1990s, and it was not until the early 21st century that national policies emerged. Digital forensics investigations have a variety of application. So, nas mga variety. The most common is to support or refute a hypothesis before criminal or civil courts. Criminal cases involve the alleged breaking of laws that are defined by legislation and that are enforced by the police and prosecuted by the state, such as murder. So muni ang mga legislation that are enforced by the police and prosecuted by the state, such as murder, theft, and assault against the person. Civil cases, on the other hand, deal with protecting the rights and property of individuals, often associated with family disputes, but may also be concerned with contractual disputes within commercial entities, where a form of digital forensics referred to as electronic discovery may be involved. That's all. Thank you.